So Clem is going to be our champion. Clem is going to be our number one. But if you remember, here he took down MaxPax. Here he did take down MaxPax earlier, which means here versus ShoWTimE is likewise going to be coming up next here to determine who claims that second place, who claims that second spot, who comes out as number 2 and number 3. True. As MaxPax is going to be taking that 4th place. And here we go. We're jumping into our next series, jumping into our next game. We're jumping into game number 1 and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner. In the bottom left-hand corner here of Ley Lines, we have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the red Protoss representing Twisted Minds. It is herO. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the blue Protoss player, the blue Protoss himself, the German Protoss representing Sentinels. It is ShoWTimE. Here we go. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat as we have our number 1 and number 4. Clem, of course, he is going to be our champion. Congratulations. And MaxPax will be taking 4th place. But now we're here to determine 2nd and 3rd place between herO and ShoWTimE. Let's go. Whew, let us go. As we should be seeing a very different kind of PvP. Now, again, there were some people discussing the previous Protoss matchup about herO going for almost non-stop aggressive build and aggressive play, but that's also because MaxPax is quite greedy when it comes to his playstyle, when it comes to his openers. I will say that this also has permeated throughout the scene, and there it is. Gate, Cyber Expand, Gate, Cyber Expand. We have mirrored builds from both players. For those of you that haven't been watching Korean PvP, you would know that the MaxPax opener has been quite popular ever since the latest patch. So last year November, players like herO, Trap, Classic, Creator, or Nightmare as well, all the Korean Protosses, they all have been adapting this Gate, Cyber, Expand, which technically is a little bit greedier than MaxPax's opener. But this has now been adopted by the Korean scene as well. Meanwhile, we do see ShoWTimE going for the standard MaxPax opener, Gate, Cyber, Stargate, then Nexus. So now it's more common to see players like herO and Classic and the others also doing this opener as well. As herO, he will have the economic lead. Likewise, nice pylon block. He will delay. He will keep ShoWTimE on one base that much longer, going for another pylon as well. So herO, he will take that economic edge, at least initially. It's going to be on ShoWTimE's Oracle to get some counter damage done. As here comes that Nexus. Nexus is on the way. Behind this, throwing down extra gateways. herO does not follow with the Stargate. Going for a heavy style instead. Does go get heavy. herO shading into the main. He does get in. Only can 2 shots. Yeah, he can, and he will 2-shot probes. 1 probe goes down, 2 probes even. Almost getting up to 3. And barely does. 3 worker kills, not bad. The Oracle is scouted, Oracle is confirmed. And herO should be getting ready. Should be getting ready for that Oracle. ShoWTimE does move out. And with that, I mean, look at the worker disparity. Almost a 10 worker. Jesus. An 8 worker lead here for herO. I mean, he's been killing workers and he had the faster Nexus, so a very strong start for our red Protoss. Sentries, they're ready here in the natural. Likewise, Stalkers in the main. herO, he is secure. And ShoWTimE, how does he recover? 3rd base. Makes sense. So ShoWTimE, he knows he's behind. He knows he's behind, and you can recover in a couple different ways. You can be hyper aggressive, go for an all-in, try to get some economic damage. There we go. 2 probes do go down, or be greedy and rush into a 3rd. So this will allow ShoWTimE to recover once it kicks in. So this is going to be ShoWTimE's answer. Likewise, ShoWTimE going for Blink and going for the Dark Shrine as well. Okay. Rushing into DTs. Bold move. I mean, we have limited or zero detection. True. Zero detection for herO, but hero's moving out. He's not being passive. Does hallucinate a couple of stalkers, and he's moving in. herO, he does move in. Oh, the stasis. Oh, very nice. Stasis does go up, does catch herO. We've been here before. Stasis does shut him down. A shield battery's on the way. ShoWTimE buying time, but the army's not there. The army's not there. GG. As ShoWTimE had 2 stalkers, he was so tech heavy. He had the Dark Shrine on the way. He had the Blink on the way. He had gateways on the way. He had nothing to defend, despite the stasis. And herO, he will take a lead. GG, well played. There was no army. The stasis was great and all, but there was just nothing to work with. And yeah, just too greedy there. Basically, punish for the third. Remember, we spoke about how do you recover after being so far behind. He rushed into a third, right? He rushed into a third base. He rushed into what was meant to be a greater economy, but to sacrifice, he had to sacrifice the army, right? Like, he had no army to work with. Is the risk that you take. So a very risky play there by ShoWTimE. Did gamble a little bit, was hoping that herO would be more passive, but it's herO. He can't be passive. He just can't. GG, well played. With that herO, he will take a 1-0 lead. And we're getting into game 2. Here we go. As we are getting into game number 2 here, and spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Incorporeal, we have the red Protoss player. We have the South Korean Protoss representing Twisted Minds, leading the series 1-0. It is herO. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the German Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss representing Sentinels. It is ShoWTimE. Here we go. So I'm asking in chat, do stasis hallucinations get prolonged life? I believe they do. I believe if a unit gets stasis, and if it's about to run out of its duration, it doesn't expire mid-stasis. Like, it stays there, stays stasis. From my understanding, if I recall correctly. With that, we're settling into our game, settling into Incorporeal, and once again we are expecting Gate Cyber expands. But hello herO, as herO does move out towards the left hand side. Does move out. Likewise, ShoWTimE also going for his typical standard probe scouts across the map. With this, we do have a 2-gate opener. Interesting. So 2-gate opener out of ShoWTimE. herO, 2-gate opener as well. Mirrored builds. This time known as being economic, but herO, he does sit up here towards the left-hand side. Both players do. Okay. There is a bit of a difference though. These 2 locations scream proxy Stargate, but herO, he's right outside the main. He's right outside the main base here. ShoWTimE is more conservative. His is further back. So a much more, again, conservative location. Because of this might be like Twilight Council into Dark Shrine instead, but herO screams Stargate. Yeah, Stargate opener out of ShoWTimE, and Stargate out of herO. And unfortunately, herO hits first. Like, herO, he just hits first here. Like, we have mirrored builds, but ShoWTimE is being safe. Like, he's being safer. He doesn't want to get scouted. As a result, it's going to be more delayed. And I feel like this also shows, like, the personalities of the players as well. Where, like, yes, they're both proxying. That's true. They're both being aggressive in a way. But one is being more safe than the other. like herO doesn't care. He just sends it back. Aye. He's like, safe? Nah. We're going in, Pappy. We're going in. Now, ShoWTimE just scouted, and he does confirm that a pylon is missing. So ShoWTimE, he's aware that there's a proxy, as he only saw 2 instead of 3 pylons.
I'm here in the shadows.
Yeah, he's setting up. Stalker's getting in position. Yeah, he's playing safe. So he knows that there's a proxy, doesn't know what it is exactly. But Stalkers are in the main. Let say shade in. ShoWTimE does block. Nice response. Now, I believe herO, he also scouted, so herO also knows. And back at home, shield battery and Stalker. So herO's ready for the he's ready for the Oracle, and likewise ShoWTimE. But ShoWTimE doesn't get the shield battery. Yeah, so ShoWTimE is being greedy. He's distracted. Probe's going to be going down. He gets 1, gets 2, gets up to 3. Ooh, yeah, 3, 4. Ooh, 4 probes go down. Oracle does escape. And just now, ShoWTimE goes in. And again, herO, he's ready for this. With the shield battery, the one Oracle does nothing. Yeah, the Oracle does no damage. herO defends. herO does defend. Shield battery forced to complete. ShoWTimE is locked into the main. herO now reinforcing with a second Oracle. Both players are expanding. ShoWTimE about to reinforce with his own second Oracle as well. 2 Oracles, they can one-shot probes even through a shield battery. And so far he does commit. He throws away the Oracle. He gets 5, 6 more probe kills. He cripples the economy. Getting up to 8, getting up to 9. He throws away everything. Getting up to 10. 10 probes go down. And this will be worth it if herO can hold. It will be worth it. Can herO defend? Now it's ShoWTimE's turn. We're taking turns. ShoWTimE now moving in, but alas, herO, he's up to 4 Stalkers. Yeah, and he will deflect. He will deflect. You see, ShoWTimE, unlike herO, he's unwilling to just send it in and to just get as much damage as possible. I mean, the difference being, of course, is that ShoWTimE only had 2 Stalkers. herO has 4. With 4 Stalkers, he will shut down those Oracles that much faster. And now getting up to 5. Getting up to 6. Yeah, 6 Stalkers. The Oracles, they will do nothing. And ShoWTimE's in a rough position. ShoWTimE is in a rough position here. Oh god, herO getting more damage done. Picks off a probe. Behind this, going for his own robo. herO's on 31 workers here. Ay, ay, ay. Oh. I'd say commit in. They get maybe 1. Oh god. 0. Look at the trades here. 0 probes from herO have gone down. 0 economic damage. herO, he shuts down the adepts. Now he can move out. Oracles get spotted. And here he's just going to send it. He's just going to send it across the map. Prisma's on the way to reinforce. He's on how many gates? Just 2. Just 2 gateways. There is an opening. ShoWTimE, he can go for the mineral line. Now there are less Stalkers. Yeah, it does commit. He gets 1, he gets 2, he gets 3. Not bad, like he's getting damage done. But herO, he just commits in. Yeah, no shield battery, takes out all the Stalkers. GG gets called, there's nothing at home to defend. Well, there's not enough at home, and herO will take a 2-0 lead. Whew. GG. herO does take lead again. herO, he crippled ShoWTimE's economy early on, doing so much damage. And again, herO, he lost 0 workers up until those final moments, up until that final dive. So very nice defense, and again, a very risky player to herO in some ways, being hyper aggressive, committing to the proxy. But was worth it. Was more than worth it there for herO. Again, unlike ShoWTimE, herO, he didn't hold back. Did not hold back. And with that, GG. With that, GG, well played. herO does take a 2-0 lead. As a reminder, best of 5. This is a best of 5, and herO's on match point. One more game is all that herO needs to claim the series. Meanwhile, ShoWTimE has to fight back herO now to start the comeback. If you remember, herO was in a similar position. If you remember, herO, he was in a similar position. herO, he was down 2-0 against MaxPax. If you remember, earlier today, he was down 2-0, and then herO, he pulled off the reverse sweep. He was crazy. We'll see if ShoWTimE can do the same. Oh, the pressure is on. And again, ShoWTimE did defeat herO in the group stage, like he's done it before, but that wasn't a best of 3. That wasn't a best of 3. And we'll see if he can pull it off here in the best of 5. As spawning in the top left-hand corner of Persephone, we have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the Red Protoss representing Twisted Minds, leading the series 2-0. 1 game away from claiming the series. It is herO. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the we have the German Protoss player. We have the Blue Protoss representing Sentinels. It is ShoWTimE. we go. Here we go. A good way to throw a lead, I will say, if you're referring to herO investing and committing with the oracles, I would say at that point it was worth it, just because he did cripple ShoWTimE. As we saw, like, the difference there was that ShoWTimE, he only had 2 stalkers in the main, as opposed to herO setup, which is why ShoWTimE couldn't dive in the same way. But that early on, yeah, it was brutal. Here we go. It wouldn't have been worth it if he didn't get as much damage. It was risky, I will say that for sure. It was a risky move there, out of herO, to commit with those oracles. Oh my god. Max packs? Gate expand, a gate expand opener before the Cybercore. Very greedy build here out of herO. If you remember, this is the opener that Max packs was going for 2 games in their previous series, and herO does go for it here as well. So this is the greediest build you can go for in PvP, and ShoWTimE back at home at gate Cybercore opener into Stargate into Nexus, or just straight Nexus after this. We'll see how ShoWTimE responds. ShoWTimE is not probe scouting. ShoWTimE is going for his own base. Both players are playing economic, but herO is just 1 step greedier here. Again, gate expand out of herO, gate cyber expand out of ShoWTimE. So slight difference here, but herO, he will have that economic edge. Likewise, because ShoWTimE is also expanding, it also means that ShoWTimE won't quite be able to punish this from herO either. Meanwhile, both players do open up Sentry, hallucination across the map. Here we go. Does move in. With that, ShoWTimE being confirmed, the base is already done, so he now knows how greedy herO has been, as he can compare the base timing with his own. So he now knows he's slightly behind economically. Meanwhile, Stargate opener out of ShoWTimE. Does open Stargate. Meanwhile, Twilight Council into a fast forge out of herO. Interesting. Oh, that's actually quite greedy. That's quite greedy here, as we're going to be investing into early upgrades, into delayed gateways. I believe ShoWTimE does confirm. Yeah, he saw everything. They both scout each other, of course. ShoWTimE throwing down extra gates. And we'll see how we respond. Now, we do have the Oracle on the way, but herO, he did scout the Stargate, so he's aware. He should be getting ready with the shield battery. He should be getting ready in the main, as he's rescouting just in case. Okay, it's all about those hallucinations. Does go back in. That is going to be a Twilight Council follow-up. herO, he does confirm. Getting up to 3 gateways. Okay. for a moment, I was like, no shot, we're rushing into the gold. Okay. Calm down, Pappy, calm down. We do go for the proxy nonetheless. Yo, Dark Shrine. Dark Shrine is just 4th gateway. What's it going to be? Blink is on the way. We have a 3-gate setup back at home. Do we throw down a 4th gateway? Do we hide some tech? I mean, herO, because his opener, no robo. True. Remember, he rushed into the forge. He rushed into +1. Going gateway heavy. Okay, does go for the 4th gate. So it's going to be a 2-base 4-gate blink setup here out of ShoWTimE. ShoWTimE does expand. Looks like so will herO. We're building up. herO likewise building up his own gateways. Now, as we get into the mid game, if we're getting to Stalker versus Stalker, herO, he will have quite a substantial upgrade lead. Like, rushing into this early +1, it's going to pay off. It's going to pay off for herO. Like his opener was just so greedy for the fast Nexus and for the fast +1. Likewise, safety cannon out of herO just in case. So he knew that he would be vulnerable to DTs. So he plays safe anyway. Even a cannon in the main, yeah, he's terrified. So if there were Dark Templar, herO's ready for it. Obviously there aren't, but if there were, would be ready. So here he's aware of like his vulnerabilities. There we go. Yep, another cannon at the 3rd. So 1 cannon for each base. ShoWTimE moving out. Now, I believe ShoWTimE still has the... Oh no, we're even on gateways. We're even on gateways. herO, he fans out across the map. herO's out of position. Uh-oh. herO, does he turn around? Yeah, ShoWTimE going to be falling. Gateways as well. herO, he does not turn around. He commits. Oh, we're going for the base trade. we're committing. And here we go. ShoWTimE does blink in. Boys being pulled. Probe's going to be going down. At the same time, herO, he's only going for the 30. He's yet to do any damage at the natural. Yeah, ShoWTimE is faster here to the base trade. ShoWTimE pulls the boys. Does evacuate. Does save a bunch of probes. ShoWTimE getting ready for this. Likewise, nice force fields. Going for the natural. ShoWTimE will lose the third. Now herO does go straight for the main, straight for the production. So far, once again, nice force fields, zoning away those workers. Does zone them back. Get a bit of a more methodical approach here from ShoWTimE. Once again, looks down the army. Yeah, looks down the army, takes out all the probes first. And ShoWTimE will overwhelm this force here at the natural. Meanwhile, gateways are being depowered. There's that one proxy gate. ShoWTimE is going for the gold. Okay, let's go. I apologize for the camera spazzing out there. I was freaking out. He's going for the gold base. Probes are safe. Probes are safe. But last herO, he does hold on to the main. Yeah, he does hold on. He does survive. herO, he will not lose his expansion. And ShoWTimE, despite going for the gold, despite pulling the boys, he was just taking too long. He just played too long here to bust in. And GG gets called. And herO will take the series 3-0. GG. Whew. Oh my god. GG, well played herO. He will claim it. He will claim the series. Again, ShoWTimE, I mean, he was faster to pull the boys, faster to go for the goal base, but as we saw, he wasn't really able to break even the natural. I'm a little bit shocked there, but yeah, even with herO, he was able to have enough reinforcements back at home to save that natural base, to defend back at home. Very impressive defense there out of herO with that GG. With that GG, well played. With that herO, he will claim the series 3-0. GG. And again, ShoWTimE, he was able to beat herO when it came to the group stage, but here in the playoffs, 3-0. Here in the playoffs was a 3-0, was more one-sided in the end. Again, ShoWTimE, he did a great job when it came to making it this far in the tournament, but unfortunately here against herO, having a bit of a harder time in game 1 and game 2. Game 3 was more chaotic. True, it was a little bit more chaotic, but alas, as we saw, like herO, it looks like he did have enough stacked defense back at home, cannons, shield batteries, and warpins available to defend and attack at the same time. ShoWTimE just didn't have enough. Just didn't have enough across the map. GG, well played. And with that, we can catch up on bracket. With that, we can catch up on our tournaments here. Un momento. Here we go. GG, well played. With that, congratulations here to our top players. Again, we did have the group stage earlier, and again, just to emphasize, ShoWTimE did come second in the group stage. He was having a very strong showing himself in those groups. That's why we saw Clem and ShoWTimE facing off in the golden match. Oh, I will have to update that. Actually, I guess I just can. I guess. God. All the European Wikipedia editors, they're all in beds, back. They're all in beds. But GG, well played. Clem, he will claim the series, and Clem, he will come out as our champion. herO in second place, ShoWTimE in third place, and MaxPax in fourth place. GG, well played. So just editing. Just editing. Actually, you know what? It's gonna be a bit of a tutorial. I can do this later. Winner MaxPax, he won the first 2 games, and herO won 3 after that. Here, Clem, he won all 3 initially, and then we had herO versus ShoWTimE, which herO won 3 games. There you go. There you go. Fun fact, Wikipedia is open to, like, you can edit it. Like, anyone can edit it. Anyone can edit. If you're not an editor, like which I am, but if you're not, then your edits have to be approved. But you know, if you ever see a tournament that's being run, and if you ever see that there's no updates, and if you know the scores yourself, you can update yourself. You know, is open to all on Wikipedia. But there it is. Bam. There we go. So again, Clem, he is going to be our champion, of course. herO had a clutch series against ShoWTimE. I'll do this later. I'll fix up the maps, but I will list the maps here. For now unknown, but at least the scores are placed, and herO does have a crazy comeback here. MaxX did open up 2-0 and then was able to, he was able to pull off the comeback and then have a much more dominant showing here against ShoWTimE as well. 3-0. GG, well played. With that, we have our top placing players, and I hope you all had a great time. Hope you all enjoyed yourselves here when it comes to our afternoon broadcast on the CranKy Ducklings, as the night is still young. We still have plenty more StarCraft to come. Plenty more StarCraft to go. As you can see here, when it comes to our weekly schedule, we almost have made it through the EWC qualifiers. Like, again, it's been such an intense week of qualifiers. You can see here, we've been casting so much StarCraft, even more than usual. Like, typically we cast twice a day, every single day. Here, 3, sometimes 4 times a day. It's been crazy. But our next cast is going to be at 6 p.m. KST, 7 p.m. AEST. That's going to be in 3 hours. In 3 hours time, we are going to be live with what? With the Korean closed qualifier of the Esports World Cup. It's gonna be crazy. But yes, we do have the Korean qualifier that's gonna be coming up next in 3 hours. So if you are gonna be there for it, make sure you take your time to get some snacks, get some food, get some water, get ready for a night full of StarCraft with initially the Korean qualifier and then the European qualifier. It's a lot of StarCraft tonight. So 3 casts for us. I guess technically 4 in a sense, depending on how you count it. But here we go. We can have a look together. Bam! So tonight, in 3 hours, you can see here, 3 hours and 9 minutes time is going to be the closed qualifier for the EWC. It's going to be the Korean closed qualifier for the Esports World Cup. And we have our top 8. We have our 8 players here that are going to be facing off, and 2 of them will make it through and qualify for the main event for the Esports World Cup. Now, we are going to be the B stream, or we're going to be one of the side streams, I should say. The main stream has priority. I believe Pig and State are going to be casting on the mainstream, and they have priority. I don't know what they're going to be casting yet, but it's most likely going to be Zan and Rogue. I'll be honest. Like, if State and Pig are casting, they're most likely going to be covering Zan versus Rogue. All 4 matches happen at the same time, so we then have to pick after that. So they're probably going to pick this. We're going to go for most likely Curing Creator. We'll avoid the mirror matchups. I do like me some TVT, don't get me wrong. I do appreciate it. But I also know that that a lot of viewers are not as fond of mirror matchups, so we'll be committing to Cure versus Creator most likely, so we'll follow this series. The mainstream will follow Rogue versus Down. The mainstream will probably follow Rogue versus Down into the upper bracket semis, and we'll probably follow Creator and Cure into the other upper bracket semifinals match instead. That's how we'll probably approach this. Again, it is double elimination, so there is going to be the lower bracket as well, and we're going to be casting the entire event today. As a reminder, the entire event is going to be today, so there's going to be a lot of StarCraft. And right after this tournament, right after this qualifier, bam, the European qualifier. This is the European qualifier. We already casted day 1 yesterday. Let's zoom out a little bit. We already casted day 1. It is once again double elimination, but it is a much larger bracket, 16 players instead of 8 for Korea, so 16 players. And yesterday we casted the first half. Tomorrow, later on tonight, after the Korean qualifier, we have Cell versus Rainer in that qualifying match, and then we have all these lower bracket matches. We have Lambo, Skillus, Gabe, Laser, ShoWTimE, and Goblin. Again, that's going to be later on this evening. That's going to be in 10 hours. You can see here in 10 hours time. So let's say, yeah, we have in 3 hours we have the Korean qualifier. In 10 hours we have the European qualifier, and of course we're going to be casting both here on the channel, as we always do, as we cast everything on the CranKy Ducklings. Gonna be casting everything. Thank you so much, Odds Portals, for the 100 bits. Thank you so much. Thanks so much for the 100 bits. Thank you. When is the mainstream going live? The same time as us. So the same time as us. So we're going live in 3 hours. Mainstream will also be going live in 3 hours as well. I have to wake up in 3 hours. I was worried for a second when I didn't see Solar. Yes, as a reminder, of course, if you're seeing if there are players that you're missing here, for example, for the European qualifier, there's no Clem. There's no Clem because Clem is the reigning world champion, so he already gets a seed. Like Clem, he's already in Esports World Cup. Likewise for Korea, herO's not here because herO is the GSL champion, so herO, he's already got a seed. Likewise, Solar, Shin, alongside Classic and Maru, they got top 4 at DreamHack Dallas, so they're also getting a seed right into Esports World Cup. So we already have 5 Koreans. We already have 5 Koreans in the Esports World Cup. That's also why the Korean qualifier is smaller, because like they like so many of them are already in Esports World Cup, so that's why it's a little bit smaller here. But there's still enough spots for 2 more. Let's go. And of course, another spot that's going to be available is going to be Stars Agora. True. Remember, Stars Agora is also around the corner as well. That's next week. I'm sorry, that's the end of this week, actually. Jesus, Stars Agora is sneaking up on us. That's going to be another spot for EWC. And there's also, I believe, a global qualifier. After all these regional qualifiers, there's going to be one final global qualifier as well for 1 more spot for the Esports World Cup. When do you sleep? I just slept 3 hours. I just got around 3 hours sleep, so I'm good to go. I think it was like 3 to 4. I think 4-ish hours. I basically after the European qualifier, I was able to get some sleep, and then I woke up, casted this, and I probably should nap. I should probably, because there's 3 hours until the next cast. I mean, I just woke up. Like we'll see if I can force myself to sleep. I'm probably going to try to sleep 2 hours. I'll try to sleep 2 hours, and then I'll wake up again, and then we'll just go bam, back to back, just non-stop StarCraft. Enough, yeah. That's enough for true. That's more than enough, baby, more than enough. But yes, for those of course that are aware, you would also know we cast more StarCraft than anyone else out there. More StarCraft than Wardy, more StarCraft than Steadfast, more StarCraft than anyone else. We have the content, we have the quantity, and we have some of the quality as well. Again, we do cast at least twice a day, every single day. Have done so for 5 years at this point. And if you enjoy the content, if there's something that you see here that you want to watch, and if you cannot watch it live, I don't blame you, right? Like. We cast everything, but I don't expect you to watch everything because there's just so much StarCraft going on every single day. There's just so much to keep up with at all time zones, at all time slots. So if you can't watch live, YouTube, ! socials in the chat, or ! YouTube as well. But we do have a YouTube channel, so all the VODs are there. So if you can't watch something live, and if you're like, oh, I want to watch KSL, I want to watch the Korean StarCraft League, I want to watch GSL, I want to watch What Is TV Mondays, I want to watch the Esports World Cup qualifiers, I want to watch, another event that we cast, like Youth Almost 2v2 tournaments, or StarCraft Evolution League, or Brazilian StarCraft, or Latin American StarCraft, or Chinese StarCraft, or WTL, or I mean, everything. If you want to watch something, YouTube. YouTube is the place to be. We have all the VODs there available to you, so you can watch it at your own time, at your own convenience. So it's all there. All there on YouTube. Always, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Buffalo Chill. Oh my god, in the chat for the Twitch Prime. God, baby, God. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the support. We do appreciate it. Do appreciate it, baby. Thank you. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Do appreciate it. I might go to bed. It's hard because I just wake up, but I might try to force myself to sleep for like 2 hours. Otherwise, we'll be back. And with that, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. Hope you all enjoyed the event. Hope you all enjoyed the StarCraft. And again, we still have 2 more big tournaments coming up next. Basically, the plan for the next 24 hours is Korean qualifier, European qualifier, and then Wardy TV Monday. Unless he skips it. Sometimes Wardy does skip it if there's another event going on, especially if he's like otherwise doing something else, but otherwise Wardy TV Monday should be in just over 24 hours time as well, so we'll be all over that, as we always are. Oh, here we go. Who sponsors the May Mayhem? I believe Cabby Ray. I think Cabby Ray, he was sponsoring it. I go to bed, you're casting. I get up, you're casting. I'm in the gym, and you are casting. Crazy. I'm jealous. As in, you have time to gym. One day we'll do the same. Firefly is no longer Firefly. He's Mosquito Man now. True. The Mosquito Man. He's crazy. That's a reference to the Asia qualifier that happened a couple of days ago. So I'm just catching up with the chat. This is a weekly cup. There's not a weekly cup. This is a monthly tournament. Oh, I say monthly. This is an invitational. This was an invitational, not a weekly. Invitational. With a big prize pool. Streaming Korea? Yeah. Always. Streaming Korea. Making toast. Ah, beautiful. What if we ladder for 2 hours instead? You're an animal, Flapjack. You're an animal. With that, we're wrapping up. So thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. If you want to support us monetarily, you can do so via Patreon. !Patreon in the chat. Patreon does help fund our tournaments. We do host events on a regular basis here on the CranKy Ducklings. I say that you can see that this week we didn't host any tournaments just because like EWC was so oppressive. Like there's just so much esports World Cup qualifiers, so we had to postpone our tournaments. But we do run them on a weekly and monthly basis. So if you want to help support the scene, help support the community, help support the players, you can do so via Patreon. 100% of the money on Patreon goes towards the players, goes towards the prize pool, so you can help out our tournaments there. Otherwise, thank you for watching, thank you for tuning in. You can also help support me if you want. You can follow me at light_VIP. I do stream on Twitch sometimes. I say sometimes. Basically, whenever I'm not casting, I try to stream in ladder. But as you can see, we're always casting, so I don't really have a lot of time to stream. I don't really have a lot of time to ladder, but every now and then I do go live, like maybe like once a week. I try maybe a couple of times a week. I try to ladder. I try to stream, but like again, like there's just a lot of casting going on. But whenever I'm not casting, you can usually find me there. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for tuning in. With that, we're gonna be heading off. Stick around. We're gonna be giving another StarCraft streamer a raid. Otherwise, we'll see you guys in 3 hours time for the Korean closed qualifier. See you then. Until then, ciao, baby, ciao. See you next time. Hasta luego. See you next time.